This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram. It's time for the Slumberland Furniture pregame show.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Lake TV broadcast booth here at Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri, home of the Eldon Mustangs, and it's homecoming night for the Eldon Mustangs as they play host to the visiting California Pintos. What's going on, guys? William Holtz alongside Chris Schneider, and should be another good one tonight. Chris, two teams really bottom of the Tri-County Conference, but young teams with a lot to play for.
Yeah, that's something we found out last week, that sometimes the best games are the games with teams that are just fighting for anything they can get. We had two winless teams last week. California and Versailles went down to the last second. California got its first win. So they come in here tonight, and Eldon is the team looking for its first win of the season. California looking for, to double its win output in the last 3 years if they can get a win tonight. So there's a lot on the line for both teams. Looking forward to a great game.
Yeah, of course, like you said, Chris, California should be riding the momentum. It was an epic win a week ago, an absolute thriller we had for you on Lake TV. For Eldon, though, they're still looking for that first win, and they've got a lot to play for. And, Chris, they're going to get a couple guys back tonight, or actually a couple guys that made their first appearance last week that were late additions to the team, and that should be a big difference for those Mustangs. We'll talk about that and a bunch more when we return to the Slumberland Furniture pregame show after this.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
We're back here in Eldon, Missouri. It's Lake TV's coverage of live high school football, and it's the Eldon Mustangs playing host to California Pintos. And Chris, the California Pintos, we were in California last week for a big-time win, and this is really an impressive team, seeing they're only 1-4.
Yeah, I tell you what, going into last week, they were winless on this season, but they only had one win in their previous 19 games, and they pulled out a win. They were kind of dominated last week by Versailles for much of the game, but they found a way to come back in the second half. They got the running game going, and they came from behind. They lost the lead in the final minutes, and then they score a touchdown in the final seconds to pull out a win. And it's a win like that that gets your program kind of kick-started again. When you go 1-19 over the previous 2 years, the whole community feels it. It hurts. They're down. They start losing energy for the program and everything else. But when you get a win like that, all of that starts to come back. Coach Scroggins, is looking to build on that tonight. He wants to come in here to Eldon, and he's got a winless team. He knows that his Pintos can come in here and win. At the same point, Eldon knows that, California's just got one win. They're very beatable, too. So you got two teams who really think that they can come in and win tonight. Coach Derek Scroggins, it's his first year at California, came over from El Dorado Springs. He was okay there, nothing fantastic. He was 28-26 in his time there. 0-4 before he got his first win last week against a winless Versailles team. Scroggins, as I told you last week, was born in Iowa, grew up in Maine, and came back home. So he's loving it back here, in Missouri, and hoping to get his team on track. And I think you caught up with him before the game, right? And
I did.
Got his comments.
Now we're joined by California head coach Derek Scroggins. Coach, last week, very dramatic last-minute win, and you guys can ride that momentum, hopefully, against these Mustangs.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I felt like last week our kids learned how to win, played a good team in Versailles, and they were able to come out in the end last minute and a half and run it down the field and get that last touchdown, and so it's pretty exciting. Hopefully we can keep that momentum up.
Now, last week it was your guys' homecoming. You come in here to Eldon, the Mustangs celebrate homecoming. How do you get your guys not to ride into some of this hype?
I mean, really, it's all about us against us, just like it has been all season, where we need to take that step forward. It has nothing really to do with who they are, and they're a pretty solid football team that's played a tough schedule. It's all about us taking another step in the right direction and improving on what we did last week.
Coach, you look ahead at the rest of your schedule and feel like it gets very, very tough, and you guys really need to play well tonight to give you guys a chance down the stretch?
Absolutely. I feel like, Coach Silver said it last week, where it's all about how we're playing come week 10. And so everything's a build up towards that. And so we play an incredibly tough regular season schedule, and that hopefully makes sure we're battle tested and ready to go come playoffs.
Coach, thank you so much for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
California head coach Derek Scroggins.
Coach Scroggins, a very engaging guy. He's a guy you really want to like, a guy you really want to pull for, and now the community of California is kind of feeling that way. They're getting behind him. They had that exciting win last week, hoping to get 2 in a row this week. So our Spotlight Player of the Week for California, brought to you by Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, right?
Yeah, baby.
So our Spotlight Player of the game for California today, we got to see him firsthand last week, and he kind of stole the show for the Pintos. He was amazing. It's junior running back. His name is Tegan Higgins, and he wears number 2. So you'll keep an eye on this guy. If he's anything like what we saw last week, he will be fun to watch. He's just 5'11", 180 pounds, but last week alone, he had 13 carries, 156 yards. He ran for 12 yards a carry. He just dominated when he got the ball. 4 touchdowns. And he had the key kickoff return that set up the game-winning touchdown in the final seconds. So he was huge last week. And I saw your interview with him right after the game. And you kind of asked him, you haven't done anything until tonight. Where did you come from, And he was just kind of great with his answer of like, I was just ready to go or something.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see if Tegan Higgins can do it again tonight. He is our Spotlight Player of the game.
And it was really a coming out party for him, if you will, and he wasn't alone. Sophomore quarterback Caden, I'll tell you, that young man had a really good game. Caden Kruger, that is, and he had 13 carries for 120 yards rushing and a score. And he didn't do a lot passing the football, but he didn't need to because he protected it. It's a young team, and we loved what we saw from him a year ago. And probably their favorite target, receiving-wise, Clayton Winkler. We also saw him with a big-time interception. So California's got playmakers all over the field. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about the Eldon Mustangs. We'll talk with their head coach, Chad Holt, and we teased it a little bit ago. Eldon going to have their second game of the season for 2 of their best players that they're just getting familiar with. We'll talk about that and much more when we return.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on our reputation.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
Welcome back to the Slumberland Furniture pregame show. It's homecoming here for the Eldon Mustangs, and Chris, a team 0-5, and really this is a team used to winning here over the last few seasons. As a matter of fact, they had their most successful run over the last 5 years before 3 years ago in Shannon Jolly's last season. They started to see a little bit of a downward spiral as far as talent fell off just a little bit. Last week, a competitive year under first-year head coach Chad Holt. This is his 7th season with the Mustangs, his 2nd as the head coach, and last year really a good season, 6-5. They went to the district semifinals before losing to Springfield Catholic, and coming into this year, a ton of questions. They graduate Dawson Brandt, the all-state quarterback. They graduate a ton of talent, especially from the playmaker skill set positions. And so all these questions, you're wondering who's going to be our playmaker, and they're really relying on their sophomore quarterback, the spotlight player of the game tonight, Dallas Hardy. Actually, he's just a sophomore, Chris. The kid's already run for over 400 yards in his first 6 games. He's been running like crazy. Of course, Caden Dillon, the fullback. It says the senior running back here, Chris. This kid right here, he's the other leading rusher for the team. 472 yards with 5 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns. He also leads the team in catches, and last week had a tough time getting going against the Blair Oak Falcons, but everybody has a tough time going against the #1 team in the state. That's a game that went the distance, 56-6 your final, and that lone touchdown. Oh, we'll take a short break as we watch our national anthem.
What do I do as it wraps up, Andy?
Our national anthem tradition before a big-time game. And Chris, tonight we talked about the Eldon Mustangs. I was talking about first the sophomore quarterback, Dallas Hardy, and he's had to do it all. Doesn't pass a lot. He's only completing about 33% of his passes, and they don't throw a lot. They like to keep it on the ground. He's their 2nd leading rusher. And as a sophomore, I got an opportunity to talk with the local sports reporter, Tom Collins. He's been doing it 30 years here in the area, and he's an expert. He says, hey, I like what this kid brings to the table. Only a sophomore. He's still learning to throw the football, but once he figures it out, he's going to be a really good athlete. And they've got a lot of young playmakers on the team. And Chris, one of the biggest boosts they got was last week. 2 late additions to the team, the biggest being senior Gabe Marriott. He didn't even join the Mustangs till the 3rd week of the season. He wasn't able to play weeks 4 and 5. Weeks 3 and 4 because, well, he didn't have enough practices under his belt. So he got those. He played last week, and against the #1 team in the state, he had the Mustangs' only score. It was an 18-yard touchdown reception, and they're really hot on what this kid brings to the table. And then Brady Hill, their starting running back last week, he had 20 carries for about 60 yards, and against the #1 team in the state, nothing to be upset about. So they get both of those guys back, and I was talking to Eldon head coach Chad Holt about that and how big of a deal that was. He touched on that, and he touched on a few other things, so we'll talk with Coach Holt.
Here with Eldon head coach Chad Holt. Coach, it's your annual homecoming and a really, really tough team, but a team you guys feel really confident against.
Yeah, we feel confident going in every week. That's why you play them that way, but it's always good to get homecoming, get the support of the crowd, and everything gets kids pumped up a little bit more.
Coach, you got 2 kids who made their first appearance on the season last week. That's a huge boost to your team. Talk about those kids.
Yeah, getting Gabe and Brady out, that adds a ton to us. Brady's a kid who's played for us before. He brings a ton of energy to us, and then Gabe's just an outstanding athlete that we were able to get to come out, and he brings a ton to the table.
Coach, you guys have moved the ball successfully, and you've really played sound defensively against a couple of your opponents. You guys have played chippy ball. Talk about the heart of your team so far this season.
Well, we've been very resilient. We haven't given up on anything. On offense, we moved the ball pretty well and then have some stalled-out drives. And defensively, we just got to quit giving up the big plays. That's what's really killed us so far.
That's Eldon head coach Chad Holt. Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thanks.
So he knows there's an opportunity to get back on track, and he said, any game they come in feeling confident, and every coach is going to say that, and you knew probably going in last week against the #1 team in the state, the Blair Oak Falcons, you don't have the same feel as you do going in against the 1-4 California Pintos. And what's exciting, Chris, is both of these teams really have an opportunity tonight. And like you alluded to a week ago, both teams really knew we probably aren't going to go incredibly far into the district playoffs, but a lot of things to figure out, because it's always a good time to start looking ahead to what this younger class could do futuristically.
Yeah.
So these reps for these freshmen, these sophomore, and even these juniors are so valuable as we look ahead to next season.
No doubt about it. And we kind of saw it with California last week in their win over Versailles, led by some youngsters, a junior running back and a sophomore quarterback. Eldon's kind of in the same situation with a sophomore quarterback. They're building for the future. They're struggling now, but they're hoping that it'll pay off, in seasons and years to come. But tonight, when they're playing 1-4 California, the Mustangs really believe they can get a win, and on top of that, it's homecoming. I mean, I had to park in overflow parking tonight because the parking lots are full. How great is that? Now, that says a lot for the Eldon community. The team is struggling. They're having a tough time. They don't have a win yet. And yet, you can't get a parking spot out here because the fans are showing up for the homecoming game. That's great for the Mustangs. That'll give them a lot of juice and really help them to try and get over the top and get their first win of the year tonight.
And that culture that you talk about, being 0-5 and the community still being so strong and so tight-knit, it all starts at the top with Superintendent Matt Davis. This district has jumped and grown leaps and bounds since the direction of Superintendent Matt Davis. An incredible staff here at Eldon, and the football team the last couple years prior to last season, they did a lot of things. They won the first district championship in 60 seasons for this community, and they did it back-to-back years, 2012 and 2013. So they won some games, and then 4 years ago they went all the way to the state quarterfinals. So they've won some games here in Eldon, but it's not just about the wins and losses. It's about the community, it's about the service, and it's about the extra activities that these kids get to be part of. And it's really a culture here at Eldon, and their motto is, together we rise and we, not me. Got to tip your cap to them.
Absolutely. You got to love that. And you got to love these fans. Again, they're out here tonight despite the record. It's homecoming. They think they can get their first win, and it ought to be exciting. I'm looking for a really good game tonight. Eldon looking for its first win. California looking for its second win of the season.
So that is going to conclude tonight's Slumberland Furniture pregame show. The team's meeting here at midfield, Chris, as you see Winkler, you see Speedster, Tegan Higgins at midfield, and then
Mustangs will get the ball first, it looks like.
So California is going to put that defense out there, and they were able to limit big-time playmaker Kobe Williams. He had a real nice game a week ago, but when it came down to crunch time, California got the stops they needed and were able to come back and get that last score. And if you ask me, I think Higgins and Kruger tonight could do some things for this Pinto team, just based on the sheer fact that they had to get some momentum and they have to have more confidence coming into tonight's game than they've had in a while.
And I think we're going to see kind of a mirror image of each other tonight. Both these teams like to run. They don't throw the ball well, or at least to this point of the season, they haven't thrown the ball well. So it actually might be a very fast-paced clock game with both teams trying to run the ball. Something I think Eldon probably has in its favor too is that they come off a game where they played the #1 ranked team in the state last week, and yeah, they got beat, but when you play a team like that and then you come off that and you play a team that is struggling with a 1-4 record, it kind of gives you a breath of fresh air and goes, wow, well, if we survived last week, we can do a lot more than that this week. On the other hand, California got its first win last week, and they're riding that momentum.
So it will be an absolute barn burner. Based on all the facts, Chris, we've laid the foundation. Now it's time for football. It's Lake TV's game of the week, and it's California visiting the Mustangs. And here we go, Clayton Winkler to kick off, and we are underway. Fielded inside the 20. Good return up to about the 32-yard line, and Johnny on the spot, Brady Hill with the return. The Mustangs start with it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Okay, so here we go. 31, pretty good field position. The ball on the 31 for the Mustangs. They've been waiting for this all week long. They really are feeling confident that they can get their first win of the year, and this first drive of the game usually sets a tone for how things are going to go. Can they move the ball? Can they run the ball? What's going to happen in California on defense, thinking similar things on their side?
Hardy under center. And there is Dylan with the first carry. He's across the 40. He's got 9, nearing the first down marker. It's going to be 2nd and shy, so nice push on first down by the Eldon front, and Dylan has 9.
Yeah, and he's a big boy, isn't he? He got a lot of those yards on his own, just kind of pushing his way for the last 4 or 5 yards. That was a great first down play. Now it's 2nd and 1. Kind of opens up the playbook for them. They can run or maybe take a shot downfield.
Hardy comes in with just 33 pass attempts on the season. Hill with the carry to left side. He's got a first down before being taken down by Brian Davis for California. He's the 2nd leading tackler coming in for the Pintos, and nice run, as that's the first run for Hill, and a nice first down run presented by Quick Car.
First down of the game, 2nd play of the game for Eldon, and those 2 plays kind of show you the difference for Eldon between playing Blair Oaks last week, the #1 team in the state, and California.
Once again, there is the front man. And actually, Dylan's a fullback on the roster, but he's the leading rusher for this team from the fullback position, and that's common from this Mustang team under the direction of whether it's Shannon Jolly, who was here, or his predecessor, Chad Holt, who now leads. Tell you what, either one of those coaches love to run from the fullback position.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of some of those old Nebraska fullbacks that, you'd slide them the handoff, and boy, they'd just run right over you.
Play action here is Hardy outside, looking across the 30. He may go inside the 20. Dallas Hardy from 46 yards out puts the Mustangs on the board first, and that is a great start for this Mustang faithful on their annual homecoming night. Hardy to the outside. First guy was there for California, but he missed him, and no one else had a shot as Hardy turned on the afterburners.
Boy, he sure did. Once he got outside, he saw the hole, and he was gone. That one defender that had a chance just got a hand on him but couldn't get a grasp, and he was on the way. You see him going through the hole there, and that was the last chance there. Good speed. Man, he is fast.
That's Winkler to the outside. He was unable to get a 2-point conversion attempt up the middle, and Dylan runs over Berger into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So just like that, Eldon, 1 minute, 46 seconds into the game. They take it 4 plays to the house and lead the Mustangs, or lead the Pintos 8-0. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion. Power. Performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
And we're back here on Lake TV. And Chris, how about that for a nice start for the Mustangs?
Wow, that was exactly what they needed. Start off the season with no wins. You get beat up last week by the #1 team in the state. You know, you're wondering all week long, golly, how bad is this going to get? And they come out and they do that. That is exactly what the Mustangs needed. And the fans loving it on this homecoming.
Hardy now to kick off, fielded at the 41-yard line, heads-up play across, and that's that freshman, I believe. I'm so hot on. No, that's number 16. I loved him a week ago. That's Ian Peterson. He had the big interception as well a week ago, and that was not an easy ball to field, but Peterson not just fielded it, but did the heads-up thing and fell down and gives his team really good starting field position.
That was a bullet, too, man. That sucker was coming at him about 100 miles an hour and probably had a little knuckle to it. And great catch, great field position to get started for the Pintos.
Kalen Kruger out of the shotgun. Up man, and Logan Parrish with the carry. We're going to give him about 9 yards, maybe 8 up to midfield. So going to bring up 2nd down and 2 as Parrish gets 8.
You know, it's almost a mirror of each other so far in this game. The Pintos got a little better field position, but ripped off 8 yards on that 1st down. 2nd down, the playbook is open for what they can do here.
Schloop on the sweep to the outside. He's going to get the edge inside the 40. Still inbounds, finally taken out at about the 29-yard line. We do have a penalty flag on the field presented by Ozark Homes. It's a 21-yard gain, but it looks like we're going to get an illegal block in the back, and that's number 36 for the Pintos, Dawson Gump, the junior. That's just a really a tough penalty to take if you're the Pintos, because that really was well after the gain had already been established. That's all the way down at the 32-yard line. That's 18 yards downfield, Chris.
Yeah, that's it's not a smart penalty at all, but one of the reasons why you're 1-4 on the season. Still a 1st down though, because the penalty occurred so far downfield.
So 1st and 10 from the 43. Up the middle, no, it's going to be an option. It's on the ground, and very nice job by Schloop to fall on it on the errant pitch to the outside. That's a 5-yard loss, going to bring up 2nd down and 15. So last 2 plays for California, backing them up just a bit, 2nd and long here.
Yeah, pretty good defense there from the Mustangs stringing out that play.
Huge cushion here in the slot for Schloop. Yeah, and he sees it, does Kruger, but throws just a little high. And tell you what, he saw what I saw. A good 12, 15 yards of cushion. Why not? But that's a pass you have to deliver where your receiver can make that catch.
Yeah, you know, and again, that's what you get sometimes when you got a sophomore quarterback. You can see he just threw it too high, went over the receiver's hands. Might have been able to get it, but it would have been a really good catch. Just not a good throw in that situation.
So 3rd down and 15 now. And it looks like Gump starts early. The 2nd penalty on Dawson Gump here early. And he's a big-time playmaker. I will imagine he'll be eager to make up for those 2 penalties here on California's initial series.
So this is a 3rd and really long for California. What about 20 yards here? And this is kind of key, the way Eldon ran through them on that first drive. California kind of needs to keep control of the ball here.
Kruger under pressure, steps up, and he will be gang tackled at about the 49-yard line after a modest gain of 9. Going to bring up 4th down and 16 in a punt situation. So the Mustangs do a nice job on defense. Of course, they got a little assistance from a block in the back that would have put California near the red zone, but Eldon, they get the stop, and they're going to get the football back and up 8-0. This could be a big-time opportunity for them. So the punt at about the 20-yard line. So a 23-yard or 28-yard net punt, Chris. That's going to give it back to the Mustangs. And they took just 4 plays last time they had the football.
Yeah, I mean, they just ripped right through the Pinto defense the last time Eldon had the ball. The offensive line was blowing them out. opening huge holes for them to run. And then we saw the speed of the quarterback taking it around the right side, going in for the 46-yard touchdown. California, you know, the defense talked about it a little bit in between plays there, so they're going to need to tighten things up.
It's going to be Dillon up the middle. Makes the first couple of guys miss. Still on his feet before finally being taken down by Dawson Gump. But not before he has 7 yards, and really nice run. And he was a tough player to take down on that one, Chris.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, he is nothing but muscle, that guy. You really got to wrap him up and bring him down if you're going to get him down. He picked up, about 6 yards on that. So it'll bring up a second and very manageable here for the Mustangs.
Second down and a short 4. Little delayed draw to Dillon, the middle, and he's got almost first down yardage, Chris. I think he's going to be just shy.
Yep.
Going to bring up 3rd and inches.
About a yard to go here, and you can see how the California defense has stiffened up on this second series from what happened to them on the first series. That first series, they just kind of looked like deer in headlights there. Couldn't stop anything. They've gotten a little bit tougher, and this is the first 3rd down try of the game for the Mustangs.
So 3rd and short. And that's going to be Brady Hill. He's got the first down across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. So big first down there and a fresh set of downs, and the Mustangs will.
Their second first down of the game. Remember, they picked up a first down on that first drive before ripping off the long play for the touchdown.
So their defense will rest a little longer, and this California defense, they were gassed on that first series.
The flag person just took a dive on the track. Looks like they're okay, though.
Here's Dallas Baker trying to get outside. Ooh! That is a tough ride for Davis as Dallas Hardy, the Mustang quarterback, and Bryant Davis here on the far sideline. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on there, Chris.
We had somebody falling down on the track by the cheerleaders. You probably couldn't see that on the camera, but the whole crowd went, ooh, and then that play, yeah, so there was a whole lot at once going on. Pickup of about 3, though, on the first down play, so you got 2nd and 7 here.
2nd down and 7 now. Dillon up the middle, and he is a load trying to take him down, and he has a couple. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5, maybe 6 here, Chris, on the play with 6:15 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know what? What California has started to do on this second Eldon drive is they're shooting the gap. The defense is coming up. They're not worrying so much about passing down the field. The secondary's coming back, trying to shoot the gap, kind of a run blitz to stop these runs up the middle, and they got it done that time. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Eldon eventually going to have to try to throw the football, and here's Hardy outside with the sweep, and he's going to be taken down, but he's got another first down presented by Quick Car. He's taken down pretty violently by Kalen Kruger, but he has about 6 yards and a first down, Chris.
Yeah, that was nice. After the play before where they stacked it up pretty well, found a little bit of running room there on the right side, powered their way through, and got the first down by about a yard.
So first down and 10 for the Mustangs. Those of you just joining us, they already are out in front 8-0 after Hardy took it 46 yards to the house in their opening possession, and Brady Hill converted on a 2-point conversion. Speaking of Hill, he gets the carry, and taken down hard there after
got
a 4 or 5 yard gain.
I tell you what, California's starting to zero in on this run game. Certainly a lot better than the first drive. They're still picking up chunks, though. They picked up 4 yards on that first down, and if you pick up 4 yards every time you run the ball, you're gonna move it down the field and score.
Indeed. So 2nd down and 6, and you talked about the run blitz we've seen a couple of times for California. If you were Eldon, how about a screen or one of these quick slants? Maybe if you get single coverage, but so far the running seems to be doing just fine.
Yeah, it does.
Here's Dylan now, sidesteps, now tries to get outside, has the first down, still on his feet, finally pushed out of bounds by Friedmeier and Davis, but that's a big gainer all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's 15 yards and another Mustang first down presented by Quick Car.
I tell you what, this guy is tough. Boy, you give him the ball, and if you're coming in from the California defense trying to tackle this guy, all you're seeing is elbows and knees coming at you. And that, believe me, that does not feel good when you're trying to tackle something like that. And this guy, he's a big fella. He's hard to bring down. 4 first downs in the game, 3 on this drive for Eldon.
So first down and 10 now. Ooh, nice tackle as Hill tries to turn upfield, and Brian Davis there once again. It's going to bring up second down, and Chris, in that last play, I almost missed a play. It was that same flag girl who took that violent spill that was running even harder than the time before. So
wow.
I got to give credit to her.
Yeah.
What was so great is after she fell and everybody kind of gasped for air, she stood up and yelled, "I'm okay, I'm fine."
Yeah, maybe she should be our spotlight player of the game.
That was awesome.
Man.
So 2nd and 8 with 4 minutes to go. Ball's at the 36-yard line of California. Hardy gives it to Dylan up the middle. Dylan finally down at about the 29-yard line. We'll give him 7. He's just about a half yard shy of that first down.
Dylan he is incredible. Every time he's gotten the ball, he's made positive yardage and usually big yardage. He picked up quite a bit there. We've got a 3rd and 1. Eldon looking to pick up another first down, keep this drive going. California, they really need to try to get a stop here on 3rd down, although at this point, the Mustangs would probably go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, and I mean, California just hasn't shown they can stop him. Delayed draw, and Dylan was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he bulldozes his way forward to about the 26th for another Mustang first down presented by Quick Car, and now the Mustangs nearing that red zone. They've got it first down and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And Eldon 3 for 3 on 3rd downs on this drive. And their scoring drive, the first time they had the ball, they didn't even have a 3rd down. This time they've methodically taken it down the field with 3 3rd down conversions.
So 2:47 left in the opening quarter. It's the Mustangs out in front 8-0. Here's the give to Brady Hill, and he is nailed by Brian Davis at the line of scrimmage, and that's Davis's 5th tackle already.
Wow.
Chris, so we've still got 2.5 minutes to go.
A loss of about a half a yard. Good job from the California defense. And after watching them last week in their come-from-behind win over Versailles, one thing we learned about this California team is you don't want to count them out. If they're within striking distance, they can strike back, as they did last week, to come from behind and get the win.
So 2nd and long. Here is Hardy outside. He's going to pass. He throws the flat, and great defense on the near sideline. That's Spencer Meserly, the senior. I'll tell you what, he had great coverage. I think Hardy was just trying to fit it in there and didn't want to force it, but falls incomplete, so 3rd and 11. That's the first pass we've seen from Eldon tonight.
Yeah, that's the first time that they've broken out. Almost looked like an RPO, a run play option, and as he ran out to the right flat, there was no running room. Receiver was covered, so there was really not much going on there. He tried to fit it in. Wasn't going to happen.
3rd and 11. Up the middle to guess who? Dylan. He's got a big hole. He's got the first down across the 20, down to the 16-yard line. We'll give him 11 yards and a first down presented by Quick Car, and they're now inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. And Eldon on 3rd and 11. They run it up the middle, and they get it, Chris. That is just the Mustangs saying, we're going to run it. You know we are. We just don't think you can stop us.
Yeah, and that's one thing both of the coaches said coming into this game, William, was that we're pretty similar. We both want to do the same thing. We want to run the ball. We want to be physical. So far, Eldon has won that matchup.
Hardy outside. He's going to run it. The sophomore inside the 10. They'll mark him there, and he has 6 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down, but been impressed with what I've seen from the sophomore so far.
Yeah,
Dallas
I tell
Hardy.
you what, he is. He's got some wheels. We haven't seen him throw the ball yet. They had that one semi-pass try, but he runs really well. He has a touchdown run from 46 yards out. That one too. You see his quickness and his speed. He's tough to handle.
So Hardy up to Dillon, who lowers his head, and holding on for dear life is Logan Parrish. He's able to take Dillon down, but not before he drags him for a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1 as we are inside 30 seconds to play here in the opening quarter, Chris.
Yeah, I tell you what, and it's a 3rd and short. And again, this is more than likely 2-down territory. If they don't get it on 3rd down, they'll probably go for it on 4th down, and they're inside the 10-yard line, so they're this close to pay dirt.
It's going to be Hill outside, inside the 5, to the house, touchdown. Brady Hill, his first of the season. This one from 6 yards out for a touchdown, and the Mustangs out in front 14-0.
Wow, I tell you what, the Mustangs just flexed their muscle on that entire drive, had their way. They converted 4 third downs along the way, and again, it was all on the ground. They were just exercising their will of exactly what they wanted to do, and it's got to be a bit demoralizing for the Pintos.
So they come out going for 2 once again. Hardy under center. Hill will try the other side inside the 5 to the house. The 2-point conversion is good. So just like that, the first quarter has just 9 ticks left, and the Mustangs strike twice. They lead 16-0 over the California Pintos. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Polylift Boat Lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Poly lifts.
And we're back here. We're going to get another look at the touchdown. And Chris, as you see Brady Hill get into the end zone, and just a matter of Eldon, they put both of those guys in those wishbone set, and either one can get the handoff. It's really hard to find the football. Eldon doing a nice job of hiding it at the line of scrimmage, and so far, whether it's been Hill or whether it's been Dillon, either one of these guys is having their way against this Pinto defense through the first quarter.
Absolutely.
You have a penalty flag presented by Ozarks Homes, and just 9 ticks left in the first quarter. That flew by.
Yeah, it did. I tell you what, when you run the ball that much in both these teams, keep it on the ground, the clock just runs. It just keeps going, and things tend to go fast. You don't have no West Coast offense going on where it's the clock is stopping every incomplete pass. You know, the bubble has burst on California's win from last week. And Eldon, studying the film of what Versailles did last week. Remember, Versailles went for 2-point conversions last week as well against this California defense and was successful. Eldon has done the same thing tonight.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Short kick once again, fielded by Schloop at about the 25-yard line. And Schloop's got a huge hole. There is a flag down. He's inside the 30, down to the 26. But there is a penalty flag on the field. So this most likely will be coming back as the Ozarks Homes penalty flag will work against the Pintos. It's a hold, and this one comes all the way back, and that would have been the boost that these Pintos needed. But let's not forget, Chris, a week ago, Versailles, they got up on the Pintos. The Pintos didn't get their first lead until about 5 minutes in the game. Then they gave that lead back to Versailles. And I'll tell you what, it'll be interesting to see if California can't answer. I mean, down 2 scores already, they would hopefully want to get something going on this possession, because Eldon doesn't look like an 0-5 team through this first quarter.
They're looking pretty good here so far tonight. And You know, the Pintos have shot themselves in the foot twice now. On that opening drive they had going, they had a big play, and they lost some yardage on that because of an unfortunate, I believe it was a block in the back call. That kind of stopped down that drive, and here you have a huge kickoff return, and it gets brought all the way back.
Kruger now the quick hitter to Dawson Gump, who stops. He's got a hole across midfield, inside the 40, inside the 30, and finally taken out at the 15-yard line. That's good for 54 yards and a huge lift as we end our first quarter. It's Eldon out in front 16-0, but it's California and Dawson Gump a 54-yard reception to end the first quarter. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
And you're going to get another look at it here, and that was back shoulder. Gump stuck that foot into the ground and then turns the afterburners on. It was Hardy who catches him at the 16-yard line, officially a 53-yard catch and run. I like the call. If you're Coach Scroggins in California, I think Eldon's defense is more suited to stack the box and stop the run. I don't think this team has the amount of physical athletes to be able to stop you on the perimeter if you're able to complete those short passes. We know California has some great athletes on the edge, and I'd like to see Kruger get the ball out to his playmakers and see if they can't make some plays. Higgins now with his first carry. He's up the middle, inside the 10, all the way down to about the 4-yard line. He's got a first down. It's going to be first and goal from the 5-yard line as the Pintos inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. And we asked if California could answer, and how about this, Chris? Just a couple of plays, already goal-to-go situation.
Yeah, and they did this exact same thing against Versailles last week. Fell behind early and bounced right back.
Kruger on the quick hitter. Touchdown, Clayton Winkler, and California right back in it. It's 16-6. And that's what Kruger brings to the table. You saw 2 or 3 step drop back, as we'll get another look at it. It wasn't even a 2-step drop back. He took that snap and he delivered a strike to his favorite target, Clayton Winkler. In California now, they're going to follow suit and they're going to try to keep this an 8-point game. Kruger up the middle, and the 2-point conversion is good as Drake Schloop makes it a 1-score game again. California, they score and add the 2. It's 16-8 Mustangs out in front. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozark Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Welcome back, and Chris, we just mentioned it. You said, here we go again, and this looks strikingly similar to just a week ago from California. I'll tell you what, this is already has the making of what could be a really good game here in the early going. In California, they were down 16-0 and thought, man, they're having some problems. Well, Dawson Gump says not so fast. Took 53-yard catch and run. That set the Pintos up, and then it was a touchdown run. Touchdown strike from quarterback Kalen Kruger as he found Winkler, and then it was Drake Schloop with the 2-point conversion. So California now with the answer. They're going to see if their defense can finally stop the Mustangs. They're 0 for 2 so far in that department.
And interesting, too, the Pintos, they went to the pass game on that drive, and it came up big for them. Their bread and butter is usually the run game. They went to the air for that one.
Fielded at about the 10-yard line. And finally taken out at about the 26-yard line for the Mustangs. That's number 7, Owen Levac, and he takes it up to the 26-yard line. So Eldon starts this possession right there with the 11:28 left in the second quarter, Chris.
Yeah, and the last time Eldon had the ball, they just dominated on the ground. They had 4 third-down conversions. They just methodically took it down the field, put it into the end zone. We'll see if the Pintos defense can tighten up a little bit here and stop them.
Hardy, the give to Dillons, and Friedmeier, first guy there, and then that one's cleaned up by Higgins with the stop, and Winkler from the secondary. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8, and that's what California has to do on these 1st and 2nd down runs for Dillon. They have to stop him in a 2 or 3 yard variety. You don't want to rip it off those 4 to 6 yard runs all night long like he has in the early going.
Yeah, really, Eldon has not shown that they can throw the ball yet, so the Pintos are probably more and more just going to be focusing on stopping the run.
Nice open field tackle by Kruger, the quarterback. Levesque with the carry, and he has just a yard, going to bring up 3rd down and 6 or a 3rd down and a long 5, Chris.
Yeah, and remember they went 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversions on the last drive. They were able to sustain the drive, keep everything alive by picking up, big chunk plays on 3rd down. We'll see if they're able to do it again here.
Here is a big-time 3rd down for both teams. Eldon need to keep their defense off the field. California can't stop Dillon as Higgins has him, but it is Caden Dillon with a second effort. He has 6 yards and a Mustang 1st down.
5 for 5 on 3rd down now for the Mustangs. Pretty darn impressive, and especially considering everybody knows what they're going to do. They're going to hand the ball off and try to pick up that yardage on the ground.
And the most impressive thing is, Chris, not only does everybody know he's going to get the ball, but even on 3rd and 11, 3rd and 6, they're going to give him the rock, and California has not shown they can stop him.
No, and the Pintos were able to stop Versailles last week when it came to crunch time several times. They haven't been able to do it here.
Here's Hardy, and he puts on a little stutter step across midfield. Winkler finally takes him down at the 41-yard line, but that's a 25-yard gain for Dallas Hardy, the sophomore sensation, into California territory in another quick car 1st down.
And I tell you what, the Mustangs are dominating this game so far on the ground. They have a 16-8 lead. And they have not completed one pass. Everything has been on the ground. And for a team that is winless coming into this game, they have looked pretty darn good so far.
Yeah, don't tell them they're winless, Chris. 1st and 10, play action now. Throws across his body, looking for a man. He's got him. P.J. Bledsoe to the house. Touchdown from 41 yards out, and that is Dallas Hardy's 1st touchdown pass of the season, Chris. Comes from 41 yards out to P.J. Bledsoe.
Well, we just talked, that they had been doing everything on the ground, dominating on the ground. California defense trying to stop that was sucking up to the line a little bit. He was wide open, got behind the defense, and takes it into the end zone.
Davis tried to come in and stop him inside the 5, but Bledsoe was off and running 41 yards, and Eldon now regains the 2-touchdown lead. They'll try to make it back to a 16-point game. It's Dillon. He's pinballed inside the 5. A nice job by California to stop him. But Eldon, they add 6 on the 41-yard strike from their quarterback, Dallas Hardy, to P.J. Bledsoe. Eldon out in front. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's October, and with it comes cooler weather and beautiful colors. The fall season is in full swing. Eldon Furniture invites you to take advantage of our annual fall savings event. You'll find great selections and exceptional savings on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
For over 71 years, Eldon Furniture has been providing quality merchandise, competitive pricing, and dependable service to families like yours. Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom.
And we are back, Chris, and this high-scoring affair continues. We'll get another look at it. Nice throw from Hardy across his body, was able to get it to Bledsoe, who was wide open.
Yep.
Chris, someone had forgotten about him in the flat, and 41 yards later, it's Eldon.
Nice little play design there. They snuck the guy behind the defense there and had enough arm to throw it over the defense, get it in there just right. Beautiful play, 41 yards into the end zone.
Hardy now to kick off, and another low liner. Fielded at about the 25 by Schloop, and he's got another hole. Spins now inside the 50-yard line, and he is still on his feet. Drake Schloop finally taken down at the 41-yard line, but how about that individual effort?
Oh, my gosh. He took it personal that that last kickoff return came back on a penalty, so he kind of took that one into his own hands. I tell you what, that guy is not only fast, but he showed his strength there on the end of that run. So great field position for the Pintos. They're on the 41-yard line of the Mustangs to start this drive.
9:17 remaining here in the first half. Quick hitter once again, and nice pass, and able to haul that in for the Pintos is Meserly, Spencer Meserly, the senior. Tall target and a nice ball. Really love Kruger's throwing ability, especially with a clean pocket. When they make him throw quick, he is dangerously accurate, as we've seen the last couple weeks, and love to see him getting more of an opportunity to air it out, Chris.
Yeah, and he can run the ball really well, too. They're trying to open up some running lanes with his passing game. There's a pitch to the left.
Logan Parrish to the outside, and he's tripped up, but not before. Another California first down up to the 30-yard line. This one presented by Quick Car in Osage Beach in California. I mean, I get the sense right now, Chris, that this game's going to go back and forth, and there's going to have to be some takeaways by either team if they're going to want to get the W, because really neither defense doing a whole lot so far.
I think that's the key. So far, neither defense has been able to stop the other team except for California's very first drive, and they kind of stopped themselves.
Schloop on the sweep outside, and he's going to be taken down at the 25-yard line. I thought that could have been a horse collar to no avail. Going to bring up second down and 5. They'll give him 5 yards at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you can see the handoff coming left. He's got a lot of room over there. It was just a nice job, nice tackle. They got a hold of him, got him down, or he might have been off to the races.
Parrish up the middle for the Pintos, and he's got 3, maybe 4 at about the 22-yard line. Going to bring up a big third down and 2.
Yeah, good read option. They had the option to hand it off up the middle, which they did, or carry it out to the right side. They went right up the middle, got some good yardage. So it's a third down and 1. And again, this is 2-down territory. If they don't get it on third, more than likely they'll go for it on fourth down.
Logan Parrish in the backfield with Caden Kruger. Parrish gets the carry up the middle. He has the first down. Forward progress has him stopped at the 16-yard line for another quick car. First down in California. Another trip into the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. They got a 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line, Chris, and California's offense starting to get a little bit of a rhythm, it would appear.
Yes, they sure are. They kind of stopped themselves on the first drive of the game, but the last 2 drives they've moved down the field very well.
Kruger, that one came out of his hand, and I don't agree with this call, Chris. That was a bad throw that slipped out of the hand. They're going to get the Eldon defender for pass interference, but I don't think the VAR official saw that ball or where it was located.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a catchable ball either. There was some contact over there between the receiver and the defender, but if it's not a catchable ball, usually they don't throw that flag. But in this case, it works out for the Pintos. Looks like they're going to have a pickup of about 8 yards on that penalty.
So 1st and goal from the 8. California trailing by 14. Kruger takes the snap, gives it to Schloop. Up the middle, falls forward for a modest gain of about 2. First guy there is Marriott after a modest gain, so gonna bring up 2nd down and short.
Yep, and again, with a 2nd and short like this, you can do anything. You know, you can stay conservative and run the ball. You can try to throw it, try to mix up the defense a little bit. You're kind of in the catbird seat.
Kruger up the middle to Parrish, makes the first guy miss. He's outside. He'll be taken down. No, he scores. Touchdown. Logan Parrish from 6 yards out, Chris. And that's a big-time run for the young man. And he looked like he was going to be taken down, but he kept those legs a-churning in California now. Right back in it. It's 22-14.
We mentioned it. We saw it last week against Versailles. You cannot count this California team out. They have a lot of fight, and they're fighting right back.
Schloop up the middle, and the 2-point conversion is good. So with 6:39, Eldon out in front, 22-16 over the California Pintos. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Area High School football on Lake TV.
Tired of slow internet and data caps? Get ultra-fast fiber internet with Como Connect. High-speed fiber internet starts at $49.95 with speeds up to 1 gig with no data caps. When you're gaming online, streaming your favorite shows, or sharing photos, stay connected at the speed of life. Como Connect.
And we're back, and this one is shaping up to be quite the ball game, Chris. It was Eldon who were up 16-0, and then California scored and Eldon scored. Now California scored again, so a lot of scoring here the last few possessions.
Yeah, I tell you what, and so far it's the offense is dominating and the defense is really struggling for both teams. The California defense has not stopped Eldon all night. Eldon has scored on all 3 of their drives. California stopped themselves with penalties and a fumble on their first drive, but they've scored on both their drives since then, so it's all offense so far.
Far kick fielded at about the 12-yard line. Oh, and slipping at about the 20-yard line for the Mustangs. That is Nathaniel Wardenberg, the senior. This first down and 10.
This is such a perfect night for high school football. You know what? You know, the temperatures have started to cool just a little bit. It's clear, and I mean, this is what high school football is all about, especially here in mid-Missouri, because you look out past the field and you see some cows over there in that pasture and some hay over here in that pasture. It's beautiful here in the heartland.
First down and 10. Eldon with it at the 20. Hardy gives it to Hill. He's outside looking for a block, has a hole, and has first down yardage up to about the 33-yard line.
Unofficially, that is the 9th first down of the game already for the Eldon Mustangs, and they have been just churning it on the ground. Remember, on the last drive, they finally pulled out the passing game and threw a 41-yard touchdown pass, so they've shown us they can do both, run the ball and throw the ball.
And looks like California is going to call their first timeout, so we'll take a commercial break. This timeout sponsorship is brought to you by Crown Power Case IH. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
And we are back after California calls the timeout. Maybe they saw something on Eldon's side they didn't like, or maybe coach thought had a mismatch, so calls the timeout. Second down, or first down and 10 now, Chris. And for Eldon, you've really had your way running the football, and then it opened up that pass. At this point, Eldon really be able to do just about anything, and it should work. I mean, California just has not shown they can stop that point of attack. Eldon's offensive line looks that much better than California's defensive line.
Nice stop there, though.
Right as I say that, California says not so fast. Dillon with the carry, and Bryant Davis, first guy there, in with Logan Parrish, goes for a loss of 1, maybe 2. So
some big hits on that one. You could hear the pads popping up here.
Also,
California stepping up. I think they called the timeout just so that coach could maybe have a nice scolding to him and get that backbone back up.
Pickering also in on the stop for California. So 2nd and 11. 5:48 left in the first half. Here's Hardy under center. He's going to roll to his right. A lot of room to the outside. Look at the sophomore go. Finally pushed out by Clayton Winkler, but not before Hardy has it down to the 44-yard line. That's good for 23 yards and another Mustang first down.
Man, does he have some speed. He got around the outside. You see him there. He's got nothing but room, and he turns on the jets and picks up great yardage on that one. That makes 10 unofficially 10 first downs for the Mustangs so far in this first half, and they're on the move again.
Inside of California territory, 1st and 10 at the 44. Hardy gives it to Dillon. Tries to cut across the field, and he'll be upended and taken down there after a couple. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 7.
You know, one of the things that a play like that long one before, it shakes the defense up a little bit because, you know, they're zeroing in on try to stop those runs up the middle that have been gashing them all night, stop the big fullback, and then all of a sudden you got the speedy quarterback going around the side, and the Pinto defense is going, well, what do we do now?
2nd down and 7 now. Hardy under center. He's going to give it to Hill, who tries to cut back across a big hole, and another first down for Eldon, presented by Quick Car. However, there could be a penalty marker on the field presented by Ozark Homes, it looks like, across the far sideline. Across the league, we look around the league, and Osage playing at Southern Boone. They're down early, 21-7 after the first quarter. Camdenton is at Lebanon. Lebanon has held Camdenton to having the football just 2 minutes in the first quarter. Camdenton has scored. They're up 7-0 in the second quarter. They're 2 top 10 teams in the state. That's the first 2 teams in that district. As far as Versailles, they're at Booneville. They trail 8-7 in that game. And as we said, Eldon right here against California, and they've got the lead, and the ball is Hardy to the outside. He's cuts back across field, first down yardage there, and another Eldon first down as they get it 11 more yards into California territory, and they're inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. They have it 1st and 10 at the 17.
So far, California has no answers for this Mustang offense. They have not stopped them all night long, and they haven't stopped them on this drive. They just keep racking it up, turning it over, and picking up first downs.
Dallas Hardy now gives it to Caden Dillon. Dillon keeps those legs moving and finally pushed backwards. He has 4 or 5 yards, and that has been the theme all night long on first down. Chris, Caden Dillon, 5, 6, 7 yards. And tell you what, I wouldn't want to try to tackle that young man.
Boy, me neither, man. I tell you what, that's got to be a painful experience bringing him down. Not, you know, I mean, that's just once, but you got to do it, 20, 25 times over the course of the game. That'll wear you out. And again, just the way the Mustangs are beating this Pinto defense down, they're probably looking forward to a rest at halftime right now.
Here's Brady Hill with the carry. He's got first down yardage inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. It's going to be first and goal. It's a 10-yard gain.
On the move again, 3 touchdowns so far for the Mustangs, and now they're sitting down there on the 3-yard line, 3 yards away from another one.
3:33 left in this opening half. Boonville pulling away from Versailles. They lead 28-7 in that one, Chris. Here's Hill trying to get the edge into the end zone. Touchdown, Brady Hill, his second of the night and second of the season. And Eldon continues to exchange scores with California. Back to a 12-point lead for the Mustangs. It's 28-16 with 3:17 to go.
Wow, that was a big touchdown for Eldon. They had just a 6-point lead because of the way California's been moving the ball lately. They got in the end zone. They'll go for 2 here. Remember the last time they went for 2, they were stopped.
And if that happens, I mean, that's big for California. They probably want to stop them from scoring. You're going to get a whistle, so a penalty flag presented by Ozarks Homes.
So this is going to bring it back a little bit. It's going to make a 2-point conversion a lot tougher. We'll see if they go for the kick this time or if they're still going to try for 2.
Looks like they may change.
I tell you what, the way they've been ripping off yardage, they probably feel like they could convert this.
Yeah, from the 8-yard line, they have not had any problems moving the football on 3rd and long situations, rushing so far tonight. And yeah, they're going to keep that offense out there. I'm not sure Eldon feels real confident in their kicking game.
I think you're right.
Here's Dallas Hardy looking for Dillon, and it's a little too much on that from the sophomore. Falls incomplete. 3:17 to go. It is the Mustangs in control. Up by 12. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
We are Burger Smokehouse, proudly producing and selling artisan-style cured and smoked meats and other specialty foods since 1927. We offer everything from our hickory smoked hams and turkeys to multiple flavors of bacon and over 50 gift-packed assortments. Let us become a part of your family's tradition. Learn more at smokehouse.com.
And we're going to get another look at it here, Chris, as we welcome you back. Dillon just too strong, and we've already seen that Gabe Marriott and Brady Hill for the Mustangs in just their second game, both contributing. And this Eldon team, I mean, they look to be catching their stride tonight. They lost last week against arguably the best team in the state, definitely at that class. And look at this, a little surprise kick, and Eldon's gonna get it. Oh my goodness, they catch California napping. It's a weird formation. The kicker runs out Hardy and puts a beautiful kick down the field, and Eldon catches California napping, and they've got it back in the hands of their offense, up by 12 points.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. That was a pretty sneaky play there. It looked like they were huddled up, and all of a sudden they start sprinting. They kick the ball field, and they're able to recover, get it back, which is huge because the California defense has not stopped the Mustangs all night. If they can get another touchdown before halftime, they will really be in the driver's seat.
Hardy now gives it back to Hill. He's got to be taken down. And this Pinto defense, Chris, they have to be getting tired.
Oh, yeah. They've been just beaten down this entire first half. I mean, there's been one pass play from the Mustangs that went for a touchdown, 41 yards. Everything else has just been running it right down their throat.
Not like what Chad Holt did right there. You're up 2 scores, and it looks like California's starting to catch their stride on offense, so don't know if you're going to be able to stop them, but you know California hasn't shown they can stop our offense. If I can get it back and score one more time before the half, he feels like that could bode well down the stretch, because up 3 scores with the way this offense has performed, that'd be an awful tall task for this Pinto team to overcome in the second half, as we're looking at a 3rd down and 5 now.
Absolutely, a huge 3rd down for both teams. California really needs a stop here to get the ball back. Even if they don't have time to score, they would keep Eldon from scoring again. And again, I wouldn't be surprised to see Eldon go for it twice here.
Hardy trying to get outside. He will, and look at him go from 41 yards out. Touchdown, Mustangs, Dallas Hardy. The sophomore sensation has been really good tonight, Chris, and he keeps it going again.
Unbelievable. I mean, that whole scoring sequence was pretty brilliant for the Eldon Mustangs, from the onside kick that caught everybody by surprise to that touchdown run from 41 yards out. I tell you what, that sophomore quarterback has a pretty bright future. He's looking pretty good tonight.
Indeed, Chris, and I'll tell you what, California's defense came in yielding 39 points a game. They're on the verge of giving up 36 in the first half to the 0-5 Eldon Mustangs. So Eldon really turning it on here as they try the 2-point conversion, and Brady Hill is in. So 1:54 left in the second quarter, and it is Eldon 36, California 16. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
And we're going to get another look at it as we welcome you back here on the 2-point conversion. Actually, no, this is the long run by Hardy, and look at that speed, Chris. No one able to catch up with him, and just a sophomore. This kid might have a bright future here in this crimson and gold here from beautiful Eldon. And I'll tell you what, these facilities are so nice. You got an opportunity to see the old field, Chris. I was not well prepared, didn't tell you where to come, and you got to look at the old facilities, not by choice, but that's where I sent you. And this has been a nice addition to the community. They get to have all of their big games here. They get to have their track events, and they have some really cool community events, including our homecoming coronation ceremony, which we'll have in its entirety tonight. Here's the kick, this time a little further downfield by Hardy, fielded at about the 28. Across the 40 is Schloop, and California now with 1:49 to go. They've got enough time and a pair of timeouts. They're going to want to get a score, you can bet yourself there.
Oh, yeah, and they need one at this point because they're reeling after giving up, those 2 touchdowns in a short period of time. They went from being down by 6 to being down by 20 in just a matter of about a minute. So they're a little shell-shocked, but they do have enough time to try to get something going here and pull a little closer before halftime.
Kruger up the middle, that's Tegan Higgins, and Higgins, after a week ago, he's really been non-existent in this first half for California, but Eldon must have done their homework, and they know the kind of game he had a week ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Higgins has been good. He's had several good defensive plays. Haven't seen much of him on offense.
Higgins here up the middle as a first down presented by Quick Car. I was pointing at Dawson Gump. He had single coverage and something I felt as if he was going to get a shot here, but do want to keep an eye because with 1:20, California is probably going to have to be forced to pass on this drive here. It is first down and 10, balls inside Eldon territory, 2 timeouts for the Pintos. Schloop in motion. Here's the quick one, and tell you what, Gump and Kruger just were not on the same page on that one.
Yeah, no, they weren't. There was plenty of of room, the receiver, then quarterback thought he was going to do a slant. It would have been an easy completion, but like you said, they just weren't on the same page.
Sometimes the quarterback and receiver look like a perfect marriage. That time, Chris, they look like a real marriage. 2nd down and 10, this time to Schloop. He's got some good yardage, tries to get outside. Little stiff arm action now out at the 34-yard line. We'll give him 14 yards and a 1st down. Presented by Quick Car. You saw the little Heisman stiff arm, huh, Chris?
Yeah, good block from the other receiver out there on the edge to give him room to get outside. Picked up some good yardage, and with 56 seconds to go in this first half, they're in business here. They're moving the ball, and they've got a chance to get some points before we go into the break.
It's Clayton Winkler with that block. He's shown he can block from that position. Here's the option. Shuffle, dangerous shuffle, and Drake Schloop made a really nice play. It goes for a loss of 4, maybe 5. We also have a flag on the field. This could be a late hit on the quarterback.
That was a great recovery, you're right, because that ball was hanging out there.
So that's an errant flag, and California burns a timeout. Chris, you're right. That could have been a lot worse. California, they still have a shot. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
And we are back. California now down 20 with 46 seconds to go in the first half. They do have a pair of timeouts, or maybe just one timeout. Kruger now outside, little stutter step, makes a nice move, then fumbles the football on the ground and picked up by the Mustangs. The 38-yard line, and guess who? Johnny on the spot, Caden Dillon. The fumble recovery, and with 37 seconds left, Eldon gets it back, leading by 20.
You know, it's the 3rd time that the Pintos have put the ball on the ground. The first time they've lost the ball in this first half, and all 3 of them involved the quarterback Kruger, who is a sophomore, still growing and learning on that stuff, but they didn't get it that time. 36 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see if Eldon has enough time to do anything.
Hardy now looking for a little wheel route. Now he'll tuck. He had 2 guys wide open, but too late. He would have to throw across his body, so nice job to pursue the edge by the Pinto defense. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Originally, he was looking for something back behind him, kind of like that touchdown pass that went for 41 yards, but California's defensive secondary kind of had that one sniffed out. Nothing. There was nowhere to go with that one initially. Kind of stopped it down.
So 2nd down and 11, California. They probably can't afford to have the Mustangs score again. Hardy trying to get outside. Kruger takes him down, and he'll be thrown out for nothing. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Mustangs. And as the clock continues to run, that could conclude our first half. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss, as part of our Midmo Sports Network halftime show, we have the Eldon Homecoming Coronation Ceremony in its entirety. You won't want to miss that. So at the break, it's the Eldon Mustangs 36, the visiting California Pintos 16. This timeout presented by Crown Power. Case IH will be back on Lake TV after this.
Hi,
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on our reputation.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
It's time for the Midmo Sports Network halftime show.
And we are back here for your Midmo Sports Network halftime show. And Chris, Eldon, they got out to a fast start, and they finished the first half on a fast start and finished. They're up 36-16, and they're looking real tough.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they pretty much did whatever they wanted to do in that first half, mainly run the ball. But then they broke out a long pass for a touchdown, 41 yards. And, like you said, they jumped out to a quick lead. California bounced right back. The Pintos got within 6 points, and then it was all Eldon after that.
So this is your Midmo Sports Network halftime show. We're getting ready for the band performance and our homecoming coronation ceremony. We'll have that and much more when we return after this.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion. Power. Performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Sends the boundary between life and death. Released in 1978 by Blue Oyster Cult, we present a Saturday Night Live inspired version of Don't Fear the Reaper, featuring Saber soloist Harley Lawless. I've got a fever, Levi Robinette. I need more cowbell. Recorded by the Swedish rock band Blue Swede in 1974 and rising to the #1 spot in the U.S. charts, feel free to sing along with the opening lyrics as we end tonight's Marching Mustang halftime performance with Mark James' Hooked on a Feeling, featuring rifle soloist Kayla Kennan.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Poly lifts.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozark Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's October and with it comes cooler weather and beautiful colors. The fall season is in full swing. Eldon Furniture invites you to take advantage of our annual fall savings event. You'll find great selections and exceptional savings on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
For over 71 years, Eldon Furniture has been providing quality merchandise, competitive pricing, and dependable service to families like yours. Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom.
From the beginning, fast has been important. Today's world demands fast. Faster cars, faster planes, faster eaters. Whoa, that's too fast. So we know that your internet needs to be fast. Stay out of my way, fast. Surfing, streaming, downloading. You want fast, we got fast. At Como Connect, we make sure your internet's fast. Up to 1 gigabit per second fast. Because faster is better.
Hallway, tie between the sophomores and seniors. Best class banner, juniors. Best class video, sophomores. Best sidewalk mural, freshmen. And the overall Spirit Week winner were the sophomores. During today's Cup Assembly, the homecoming king was crowned. King candidates were Bradley Chinglong, Ryan Dodds, Logan Hall, Corbin Harrison, and Corbin Lodge. The 2019 homecoming king is Bradley Chinglong. Bradley is the son of Brian Chinglong and Polita Garrett. He has one brother, JR, and two sisters, Wendy and Mona. Bradley has been involved in chamber choir for 3 years, drama for 2 years, wrestling for 1 year, and track for 1 year. Bradley has received many 2 ratings for his men's 8 chamber choir group and his men's 3 chamber choir group. After high school, Bradley plans to move to New York and start an acting career. Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Chinglong. And now for tonight's homecoming queen candidates. Our first homecoming queen candidate is Kinsey Lee Bustamante. Kinsey is the daughter of Philip and Jackie Bustamante. She has two brothers, Ty and Cruz. Kinsey is active in Science Club, speech and debate. She is the drum major in band, secretary for National Honor Society, student council where she has served as class president for 2 years, FCA, FBLA, cross country, and track. She received first place in health for FBLA and achieved summa cum laude her sophomore and junior year. Kinsey attends 9th Street Christian Church. After high school, Kinsey plans on attending a university for pre-med and then attending med school to become a physician. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Philip. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kinsey Lee Bustamante. Our next queen candidate is Elizabeth Ann Coppick. Ellie is the daughter of Nate and Becky Coppick. She has two brothers, Sam and Tommy. Ellie is active as the chamber choir president and has received many 1 and 2 ratings at district. Earned a silver rating at state for women's trio, mixed 8 and solo. Was a part of the all-district choir in 2017. Honors all-district choir in 2018 and was a part of all-state choir as the first alternate in 2018. Ellie is currently serving as the FFA chapter treasurer. She has received 6th at state for the conduct of chapter meetings, 2nd place at state for parliamentary procedures, 1st place at state for ag issues, and 4th place at nationals. And she is a member of the Missouri Agribusiness Academy. Ellie was part of the 2016 softball championship team and the 2017 district track championship team. She currently serves as the senior class vice president for student council and achieved summa cum laude. After high school, Ellie plans to attend Central Methodist University to get her bachelor's degree in communications, specializing in public relations with a minor in graphic design. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Nate. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Elizabeth Ann Coppick. Our next queen candidate is Kaylee Patrice Fike. Kaylee is the daughter of Alicia Etter and Jeremy Fike. She has two sisters, Charlie and Melanie. Kaylee is a member of the National Honor Society, FFA, softball, basketball, and student council. She has received all-district and all-conference the past 3 years for softball. Was a member of the 2016 district champ softball team, the undefeated 2017 conference champ basketball team, and honorable mention all-conference for basketball. Kaylee has placed at state for the conduct of chapter meetings for FFA and competed in state agronomy and nursery and landscape. Kaylee was in the top 10% of her class 1 year and achieved summa cum laude her sophomore and junior year. She's been a class officer for 3 years. After high school, Kaylee will attend a 4-year university to pursue a degree in the medical field. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Jeremy. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kaylee Patrice Fike. Our next queen candidate is Faith Jewel Hess. Faith is the daughter of Matt and Amanda Patricus. She has two sisters, Charity and Gracie, and one brother, Matthew. Faith is active in FFA as the first vice president. Student council is senior class secretary and National Honor Society. Faith has achieved cum laude for the past 2 years. Placed 4th at nationals for the agricultural issues, 2nd at state for parliamentary procedures, and 6th at state for the conduct of chapter meetings. After high school, Faith plans on attending State Fair Community College to pursue a nursing degree. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Faith Jewel Hess. Our last queen candidate is Anna Cecilia Rose Cleathornis. Anna is the daughter of Gloria Cleathornis and Francis Andrews. She has two sisters, Michaela Cleathornis and Brittany Andrews. Anna is a member of chamber choir for 2 years and studio art for 1 year. She is one of 8 students that has received a 30 or higher on her ACT and achieved magna cum laude sophomore and junior year. After high school, Anna plans on attending either Missouri State or University of Central Missouri to pursue a degree. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anna Cecilia Rose Cleathornis. Joining us tonight is last year's homecoming king and queen, Alexia Johnson and Hunter Bushnell. Alexia is the daughter of Scott and Jessica Johnson. She has one sister, Katie, and one brother, Dennis. Alexia is currently attending University of Central Missouri, where she is majoring in nursing and is currently on the cheer squad. Hunter is the son of Michael and Brandy Shoup. He has one brother, Braden, and one sister, Alexis. Hunter is currently attending Mizzou, majoring in biomedical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 homecoming queen is Ellie Kopic.
We are Burger Smokehouse, proudly producing and selling artisan-style cured and smoked meats and other specialty foods since 1927. We offer everything from our hickory smoked hams and turkeys to multiple flavors of bacon and over 50 gift-packed assortments. Let us become a part of your family's tradition. Learn more at smokehouse.com.
This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
And welcome back here to Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri. Our homecoming queen has been announced, so we got another treat for you. It's owner of Eldon Furniture, good friend of Lake TV's John Kane. John, what's going on, man?
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we kind of getting used to doing this every year. You're becoming a regular in the broadcast booth.
Well, I don't know about that, but I always like to talk to you.
It's always a good time, and we picked a good night to have you because Eldon seems to be having a coming out party tonight.
Big crowd here tonight. Turkey dinner back here, which I just finished working at, and came over here. The game looked a little close, and then Eldon kind of jumped out in the last half of the second quarter, so things are looking good.
Tell you what, they got a couple of kids back that last week making their first appearance. They had a kid by the name of Marriott, and then they have that Hill, that running back. Both kids have big first halves, and Eldon hopes to keep the momentum rolling. Now, something I noticed about you guys at Eldon Furniture, you have a former Eldon Mustang standout that works there. Parker Dunham works with you, doesn't he?
Parker, he's at Southwest Baptist now, but yeah, he's been with us for about 3 years, and then Jacob Krantz been with us about 2 years, and he's at Rolla School, so we try and keep a pool of talent going there.
Heck yeah, so Eldon Furniture, tell everybody how long you guys been down there right in the middle of the heart of Eldon.
Well, we're in the middle of our 71st year. We started in 1948, and it's been a great community. I can't say enough about Eldon. It's a great town. I've lived here almost all my life. I was born in Versailles, so I didn't travel too far, but you know a little something about Versailles.
I do, and we have some things in common because my 7th grade social studies teacher, you kind of like her a little bit.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
That's his wife, Brenda Kane, my social studies teacher, and I always got to talk about when we get together. My favorite project probably in school was we had to pick a song and then tell why it was important to you, and that always stuck with me, and I'll never forget that assignment, and that came from your wife, John. Does she give you assignments like that?
I've learned to take assignments pretty well. She's really a pretty cool gal.
I would imagine. John, any crazy specials? I know you guys got a great sale going on. You want to tell the viewers about it?
Well, we kicked off our annual fall savings event, and so every department's got promotions: furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds, and it's been going good. The weather's cooperated. A little rain here and there, but it's been good so far. Cooler weather, so it's time to change seasons, change something in your house, bring the new colors of fall in, and we're geared up for it.
And regardless of your price range, there is something for you. Mr. Frugal himself went in. I got an awesome love seat, way less than I ever thought I'd pay for it. You guys will be delivering that, John. Thank you, my friend, for sponsoring Eldon Mustangs football. Thanks for everything you do for the community, and thanks for being part of our broadcast.
Well, thanks so much. Glad to be here.
That's Eldon Furniture owner and good friend of Lake TV, John Kane. Will be back after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's October, and with it comes cooler weather and beautiful colors. The fall season is in full swing. Eldon Furniture invites you to take advantage of our annual fall savings event. You'll find great selections and exceptional savings on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
For over 71 years, Eldon Furniture has been providing quality merchandise, competitive pricing, and dependable service to families like yours. Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom.
This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdyke Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
And we are back, folks, on Lake TV at your Midmo Sports Network halftime show. And Chris, I talked about Caden Dillon in the first half. He was our spotlight player of the game. He has touchdown, a couple of two-point conversions, but he looks so tough to tackle.
I'm telling you what, Eldon, remember, they came into this game without a win, and they look like they've got 36 points on the board in the first half, and they've been unstoppable in that first half. They look really good. This is just a huge game for them, gaining confidence as they go. It'll help them for the rest of the season, but I would not count California out of this game. We saw them come from behind in the second half last week to win over Versailles, get their first win of the year. If they can figure out a way to stop this Eldon offense in the second half. Don't count them out.
Yeah, not just that, but Tegan Higgins, big ball game a week ago, 13 carries, 150 yards, 4 scores, the huge kickoff return, and he's been non-existent for the most part, so look for him to get going. And we are set for kickoff here in the second half. Short kick fielded at the 20-yard line. There is Higgins, Tegan Higgins across the 30, now across the 35, cuts back across, and he's got good yardage all the way up to the 48-yard line, and that is just what the doctor ordered for the Pintos as they start with excellent field position on this first possession. Chris?
Well, and just to give you an idea of how dominant Eldon was in the first half, they had 13 first downs to 7 for California unofficially. They had the ball at least twice as long. Now, California's got the ball to start this second half and a chance to get back in it.
And here's the read option, going to be kept by Kalen Kruger. He stiff arm on the falling quarterback, and Hardy's lucky he didn't get whistled for a late flag. He had that extra toss, and I think Derek Strogan's done the exact same thing here on the near sideline. Hardy looks quick defensively to cut him off, but he had 9 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 1, and that's exactly what Coach Stroggins is saying right now, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. So big pickup on first down, got a 2nd and 1, exactly the way California wanted to start it. Now remember, in that first half, they put the ball on the ground 3 times. They can't afford any turnovers.
It's going to be Logan Parrish on 2nd and short. He's got first down yardage, or did have first down yardage. Forward progress stopped at the 40. So that's a quick car first down. Couple of score updates. Osage hanging in. They just scored 27-14. Southern Boone still leads that. It's 7-0. California, or Camdenton over Lebanon. Paxton DeLaurent just 60 yards passing.
Wow, that's
in the first half, and he averages nearly 170 yards a half this season. Here's Kruger now. He's going to keep the ball. That was a slow developing read option. Kruger still on his feet. He's got the edge inside the 10 and the 5. Does he score? He does. Touchdown, Pintos. Kalen Kruger from 39 yards out, and that is exactly the way California needed this second half to start, Chris.
Boy, it sure is. Not only did they get the touchdown, but they got it fast. I mean, they scored quickly. You can see the speed on the outside. Makes a great move. Gets around number 7, and he is on the way from there. That guy's got some wheels.
And Lucas Asher, great block. Here's Schloop trying for the 2-point conversion, and a great defensive play by Lavoik. Number 7 for the Mustangs, Owen Lavoik with the stop. So 36-22, 10:55 in the third. California right back in it. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on a reputation.
And welcome back here in California. They take just 1 minute and 5 seconds to big play. 39-yard touchdown rush from Kalen Kruger. And just a 14-point game, but Chris, we talked about just a second ago off the air. Does California try a squib kick, an onside kick? Their defense hasn't stopped Eldon yet, and Winkler answers that with a booming kick fielded inside the 10 by Wardenberg. Ash comes up. He gets stiff-armed something fierce before Wardenberg taken down inside the 20. So
yeah.
First down, 10 Eldon.
Boy, that was kind of like swatting a fly there. It kind of looked like that was pretty powerful. But California kicking that one off like that instead of trying like for an onside or something like that. Remember, they're only down by 2 touchdowns, and touchdowns have been cheap in this game. We've got 8 touchdowns already scored in this game. So if California at halftime figured out a way where they can stop this Eldon offense, they haven't stopped them all night, then they can get right back into it. We'll see how the Mustangs do.
That's a good start. Here is Friedmeier in the backfield all over Brady Hill. That goes for a loss of 3 and brings up 2nd down and 13. And Chris, you touched on it. Touchdowns have been cheap, but defensive stops for California, they have not been.
Yeah.
They've been non-existent. You can score all you want, but if your defense doesn't find a way to get a takeaway or a stop, it's not going to matter. All we're going to have is an incredibly big lopsided score at the end of this night. So California's defense, this is their chance. 2nd and 13. Hardy, he's going to keep it to the outside, and once again swallowed up in the backfield, a 2-yard loss. First man there, number 7, Bryant Davis, the leading tackler for California.
I tell you what, you got to give Coach Groggins credit. And he did the same thing last week against Versailles. At halftime, they were trailing. They came out in the second half, and they had figured some things out, whether it was X's and O's on the chalkboard or just the energy that they're bringing to it. But the first 2 plays here in the third quarter, better than almost any plays they had on defense in the first half.
Here it is, 3rd down and 15. The give goes to Hill, and he'll be stopped after about 7 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7, Chris. Maybe 3rd down or 4th down and 6, rather. It's 4th down for Eldon. They've yet to punt the football. Dallas Hardy, the sophomore, he also punts the football. Not an incredibly strong leg, though, Chris. He's averaging under 30 yards a punt thus far, and in warm-ups, he was struggling a little bit, and this would be a big punt if they do choose to punt. California.
Yeah, they're dropping back. They're going to punt it. It's too far, too deep in their own territory probably to take the chance.
It's a short kick, and it's going to bounce out at about the 43-yard line. So that goes for 32 yards officially. And California, their first defensive stop of the evening, they get the score and give the football right back to their offense. It's 1st and 10, ball at the 43.
Yeah, and again, we have said it probably 3 or 4 times throughout this game. Do not count this California team out. They have a lot of heart. We watched them last week come from behind a couple of times to knock off Versailles, and we're seeing that same fight in them again. They got their first defensive stop. They're trying to follow that up with another touchdown.
Here's Higgins now. Avoids the first guy outside, and Hill takes him down for a loss of 1. And going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
By the way, that last 3rd down stop that California got, that was the first time this game Eldon had not converted on a 3rd down.
Wow.
So they were 5 for 5 unofficially, and that was the first time that California had stopped them on a 3rd down.
Here's the quick hitter to Schloop. He has some room across midfield. Foot race here inside the 40. Drake Schloop inside the 20, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. That's good for 39 yards and a big-time 1st down.
We've got an injured player, Eldon player, back at the 40.
So we're going to take a commercial break. That's good for 39 yards on the quick hitter to Drake Schloop. California inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
And we are back here as 8-minute mark is here in the third quarter. Kruger to Higgins. Higgins, not a lot of running room. We'll give him 2. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, but Higgins is a tough runner. If you remember back in the pregame show, he was our spotlight player of the game, presented by Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, because of the incredible game he had last week. But keep an eye on him. He can break through at any time.
Kruger now trying to get outside on the quarterback keeper on the option. He is outside to the house. Touchdown from 18 yards out. Oh, baby, California right back in it. They're within 1, Chris. It's 36-28.
Kruger has been Mr. Everything. Remember, this kid is a sophomore quarterback. He did the same thing he did with the last run. He pulled it around the right side, got the edge, got into the end zone, and it's a ball game.
Sloop trying for the 2-point conversion and unsuccessfully, so it remains an 8-point game. The guy there for Eldon with the stop, Jonathan Schoenfeld. 7:26 left, California within 8. It's the Mustangs 36, the Pintos 28. We'll be right back after this.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown, passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
And we're back on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by the great Chris Schneider here from Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri. And Chris, at the break, Eldon had a 20-point lead, but here in this second half, it's been all California. They've outscored Eldon 12-0, and they've got it within 8. How about the start for the Pintos as Winkler?
Just amazing start. 2 touchdown runs from quarterback Kruger, and they're within striking distance.
Levique, he was the injured Mustang on the last possession, takes it up to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Eldon. Levesque, rather. That has been the toughest name for me to say. Levesque. Do apologize. Now we've got 7:18 left in the third, and Chris, a lot of scoring in this ball game. You said that touchdowns have been a dime a dozen. Well, we've literally almost had 10 touchdowns, 9 to be exact.
Yeah, 5 for Eldon and 4 for California.
Run here. It's Dylan. He's got 3, maybe 4 on first down, so a good run. Actually, 5 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5, and we're accustomed to seeing that.
Yeah, we saw that
Dillon.
All the first half. And the first possession that Eldon had here in the second half, California stopped them down on that drive. It was a 3-and-out. That was the first offensive stop of the game for California, but a good start to this drive for the Mustangs with that 5-yard pickup.
Little delayed draw, and Dylan up the middle. He's got good yardage. He's up to the 41-yard line, 11 yards and a first down.
The first down of the second half for the Mustangs, about halfway through this third quarter.
Logan Parrish with the stop for the Pintos, but not before Dylan picks up 11. Another first down presented by Quick Car. Home of the Unlimited Car Wash Club. Chris, take your car by Quick Car as many times as you want, even every day with the Unlimited Car Wash Club. Up the middle. Uh-oh, here goes Dylan. He's loose. Another 13 yards and another first down presented by Quick Car. And Chris, we got a score update. Osage was down 28 or 27-7. They've now scored again with 23 seconds left in the third. They trail 27-21 to the 4-1 Southern Boone Eagles.
Wow, that would be a great win for the Indians there if they can finish off that comeback and get a win.
And they're at Southern Boone right now, so that would be a monumental win for Devin Johnson and the Indians. On 1st and 10, Hill, the ball carrier. He takes it 9 yards, and he's up to about the 37-yard line. We'll give him another 9. And this two-headed monster for the Mustangs with Brady Hill and Caden Dillon, they're tough, Chris. And
yeah, they sure are.
Dillon's been all by himself in that backfield for the majority of the season, but with Hill's return last week, we mentioned his 20 carries for 60 yards against the Falcons. Well, 60 yards on 20 carries to the Falcons, that translates to different numbers against most other teams.
Absolutely, yeah, against the #1 team in the state. This looks like the Mustangs we saw in the first half, just exercising their will.
Dillon lowers the head and delivers the boom. He has another 7 and another first down for the Mustangs, presented by Quick Car. 1st and 10, balls at the 30-yard line. We've got 4:52 left in the third quarter. California, they are exactly where they wanted to be in the second half. They were down 20. They've scored the only 2 touchdowns of the half. They got the defensive stop they so desperately needed. The question is, Chris, now, can their defense do it again?
Yeah, we got a 1st and 10 on the, the 30-yard line for the Mustangs. California really needs a stop.
Levesque outside. He's got about 4, maybe 5 before being taken down. We'll give him 4 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 6. And this is a big 2nd down and 6 because California wants to penetrate here at the point of attack, try to push Eldon backwards. However, if Eldon gets another 3 or 4 yards here on that 3rd down and short, it's so hard to stop them. You'll remember on that series they did get the defense to stop. It was a 3rd and 13.
Yeah.
That did force them to punt. So those 3rd and shorts are tough. 2nd down and 6. Quick hitter up the middle, and look at this. It's Dillon to the house. Touchdown, Eldon. Caden Dillon from 26 yards out, Chris, and that caught me off guard. That was a very quick handoff, and Dillon takes it 26 yards, and Eldon regains that 14-point advantage.
Yeah, you know what? We've kind of seen this. This is the way this game has gone, where Eldon scores a couple of touchdowns, jumps out to what looks like a big lead. California comes back, makes it close, and then the Mustangs pick it up again and score. And that is exactly what they just did. Went down the field, 3 first downs, punch it in the end zone, get a little breathing room.
A 2-point attempt up the middle, and guess who? No indication yet. And it's good. That was a late call, but Dillon just enough, so it's a 16-point game. The Eldon Mustangs on their annual homecoming, they lead by a score of 44-28. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
And we're back here, Chris, and as we look at the Mustangs, they're up 16 here. We look at the next 3 weeks. They're going to play here again next week against a very tough Boonville team. Then they'll go on the road at Versailles before hosting Osage here to finish their season. Now for California, it gets really, really tough. Hallsville beat Southern Boone last week. They go to 4-1. We love that team under Justin Conyers. California has them next week. Southern Boone in week 8 and at Blair Oaks to finish their season. So That is a squibber picked up by Kruger. And Kruger, across midfield, here he goes. Inside the 40, inside the 30, all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that is a big-time play by Kalen Kruger. Just when his team had pulled within 14. I'll tell you what, Eldon, they pulled within 8. Eldon answers. Looks like they're going to get the momentum back, and Kruger, the sophomore. How many times have we seen that the last 2 weeks, Chris? This young man bells this team out.
Yeah, he sure does. And I tell you what, the kicking team for Eldon is really hurting them here. Those short kicks, California picks up running back.
Parrish up the middle. We'll give them 4, maybe 5 yards, and they're nearing that Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone.
It's almost like an NBA game, man. They're scoring at will. Expect them to go over 100. First team to 100 wins.
Second down, Kruger now. He's going to air one out. That's a wobbler and had his man, but unable to get enough on it. He was looking for Winkler, and that was a wounded duck, and it's going to be an ineligible man downfield on our Ozark Homes penalty flag. That wouldn't have counted anyway, so that's going to back them up to a third down, or will they see if they decline or accept this penalty, Chris?
Yeah. Going to move them back, it looks like. It'll be second and, 10. But that was an interesting play. If Kruger could have put it in the right spot, it would have been a touchdown. Of course, it would have come back, but it was a good play call.
Here's Kruger. He keeps it. Levesque with the tackle, and he's got about 4, maybe 5. That's going to bring up third down. And man, Kruger is such a tough kid as just a sophomore.
Yeah.
He's really fearless, Chris.
Yeah, he is. These two quarterbacks look pretty similar tonight. They're both sophomores. They're both very good runners. And Kruger, he is the team leader on this team. Third down and a long 6. If they don't get it on third, they're going to go for it on fourth.
Schloop in motion. Low snap, balls on the turf. Kruger picks it up. Rolls forward, he's down to the 19, and he makes a little bit out of nothing. Going to bring up 4th down and 3, and the Pintos will roll the dice. You said it's going to be 4-down territory, Chris, and I would believe you're right as they're inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. 4th and 4, and if California wants to stay right on the heels of the Mustangs, they have to convert here. 4th and 4, up the middle. I don't believe he got it. The Mustangs defense, they stand tall and they force a turnover on downs. Eldon gets it back, 1st down and 10 inside their own 20, and that is a big-time stop for Eldon.
Huge, huge stop. As we've mentioned, touchdowns are cheap. It seems each time the other gets the ball, they go up and down the field, they score a touchdown. Well, there was a huge stop for the home team, Eldon Mustangs, and with a 44-28 lead, they get the ball back. 1:46 left in the third quarter, and if they can drive down and put this one in the end zone, then they are on their way to their first win of the season.
California, of course, still clinging to hope as 1st down up the middle. Nothing doing for Dylan. Actually, after a second effort, he has a couple yards, and
he's tough.
He sure is. It'll be interesting to see his official stat line. He's run all over the place tonight, as has Brady Hill.
He was looking for his mouth guard or something when he got up that time, walking back to the huddle. He was popped a couple of times pretty good. But he still picked up, about 4 yards on that 1st down, so it's 2nd and 6. And I think the Pintos realize that if they can't stop Eldon on this drive, they're in serious trouble.
Levesque outside, and nice job, Berger leading the way, and Levesque has 1. Bring up 3rd down and 6. We're inside a minute to go in the third quarter. And Chris, we've said it all night, but more now than ever, this is a very crucial 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, absolutely. It's deep enough in Eldon territory. They probably would not go for it on a 4th down. So if they can get a stop here, especially if it's not a close 4th down, then they'll get the ball back, and they really needed clock running with less than 30 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter.
It's a huge play, Chris. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Up the middle, Dillon, he's upended, and no siree. He's going to be stopped a yard and a half shy. Eldon went with the quick snap, trying to catch California sleeping. Bryant Davis, leading tackler for the Pintos, got there, and that brings up 4th down and short.
But they got enough, did Eldon, that they might think about going for it on 4th down. It'll be interesting to see when we come back in the 4th quarter.
We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Welcome back here to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. It's week number 6, and we're here at Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri for their annual homecoming event. Chris and Eldon, they have been clicking on all cylinders, and they're faced with a big 4th down and 2 here. Would Coach Chad Holt roll the dice inside his own 30-yard line?
I tell you what, that's a great question. I mean, they've moved the ball enough all night long that they've got to feel like they would have a pretty good chance of getting it, but will they take that chance and give the ball back to California on the 30, 25-yard line and be right back into it?
Well, here's your answer. Lining up under center. They give it to Dillon, and he is pushed. I don't know if he got it. The initial spot says he has it. They mark him at the 30-yard line. It's a Mustang 1st down presented by Quick Car. And you would have thought that would have sent this crowd into a frenzy. 4th down and short inside your own 30.
I tell you what, you would think a 44-28 lead, okay, you're pretty safe, but not at all. Not the way these teams have been scoring. That was a huge conversion and a gutsy call from the head coach of a team that's 0-5. That will have the town talking the next day if you don't convert that 4th down.
Here's Hardy outside. Turns on the speed. We do have a flag coming.
Got 2 flags.
Presented by Ozark Homes. Chris, get us situated here.
I tell you what, that looks like we might have penalties on both teams on this one. Officials talking it over, trying to figure it out. Looked like Higgins might have had a personal foul on this side. So there's a holding on Eldon and a personal foul on California. With those offset.
Holding against the Mustangs and a personal foul against the Pintos.
I tell you what, California's getting a little frustrated. Higgins, and we've seen it a little bit, he's a feisty guy. Let it get the best of him that time with that personal foul call out on the edge.
So with 11:26 to go in the game, Eldon, they lead, and they've led all night long so far, Chris. They got out to a roaring start, jumping out in front 16-0 just 5 minutes into this game. And California, since that point in time, has hung with Eldon, but it's that early deficit California unable to overcome up to this point, and now their defense has to either come up with a big-time takeaway or a stop.
Yeah, no turnovers for the Eldon Mustangs in this game. They've played a very clean game so far.
Outside to give to Hill, it looks like, and Hill's up to the 41-yard line, and he's got a first down presented by Quick Car, and Eldon continuing to pick up yards by the bunch.
18 first downs for the Mustangs so far in this game. Unofficially 9 first downs, exactly half of that for California. So Eldon really has had control of this game pretty much throughout. California just keeps fighting back and making it close, but Eldon is trying to put it away on this drive.
Here's the quick giver to Dillon, and he's going to be gang tackled short of the 45. We'll give him 3 yards, and one thing you'll notice about these Eldon ball carriers, Dillon and Hill, they're both securing the football with 2 hands. That's the only thing really at this point in time that should be able to do in the Eldon Mustangs would be a turnover, because this rushing attack, Chris, it looks really good, and it doesn't look like a rushing attack that belongs to a team sitting 0-5 as we're here in week 6.
Well, and they pick up, 4 yards on that first down. There's nothing flashy or special about it, but 4 yards, if you're picking up 4 yards every play, you're going to get a first down and keep moving the ball.
Berger with the stop on Dillon, and they limit him to 2 there, so a big 3rd down and 4, but unfortunately for California, even if you stop Dillon or Hill here, short of the stick, I mean, they're just so big, it's tough to stop them on 3rd or 4th down. And Camdenton now, another score update. They've jumped in front 13-0 after the 3rd comes to a close in Lebanon. So could the Lakers be on their way to a 6-0 start? Hardy, ball's on the turf. California looks like they've got it, and they do. The California Pintos come up with a big-time turnover, and that was a bad exchange, Chris. And California, Johnny on the spot, came up with the takeaway when they had to, and sometimes in football, I'd rather be lucky than good. And California, they got lucky there. Now we'll see if under the direction of their sophomore quarterback, if they can take advantage.
And they're wasting no time. They're already up line of scrimmage and ready to rock.
Kruger, he gives it to Schloop. Schloop, he has about 2 yards. Inside Eldon territory already. That is a big-time fumble.
Yeah, and it's funny because we were just talking about it, about the only thing Eldon could not afford to do at this stage of the game was turn it over, and that is exactly what they did.
So 2nd down and 8:44 left. Kruger, he takes the snap. Read option, he tries to find a hole. He's still on his feet. He falls forward to about the 40-yard line. He'll be about 2 or 3 yards shy of the yard to gain. So going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now, Chris.
Yeah, but California, the position they're in, it's 2-down territory. No matter where they are on the field, certainly in this position, they've got 2 downs to pick up this first down.
Taking a shot here, looking for his man, and it's caught. Dawson Gump all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's a 27-yard catch and pass, and that is the best throw we've seen from the sophomore to date, Chris. That was a beautifully thrown ball.
Yeah, it really was. He was throwing it to a spot. And when you run as much as these teams run, they run 95% of the time. When there's a pass, it surprises the defense, and it certainly did on that occasion.
So Gump has catches of 53 yards and now 27. Higgins with the carry. He'll be taken down at the line of scrimmage. Colton Phillips with the stop. The sophomore, big number 76.
You interviewed Higgins after California's win last week against Versailles, That kid's got a lot of fight. He's a very feisty guy. He just picked up a personal foul when they were on defense, but you can see by his fight, he is hard to bring down.
Indeed. Now, Chris, watch Winkler, bottom of your screen, and actually they're going to go back over to Gump, and great defense on the play for the Mustangs. That's number 42, Killian Wilson, the sophomore defensive back. It was another great throw, but that one's knocked away by Wilson, so 3rd down and 8.
And again, remember, everything is 2-down territory here. If they don't get the first down on this 3rd down, you know they'll go for it on 4th.
Kruger, read option inside the 5, still on his feet, to the house, touchdown! Kalen Kruger on 3rd and 8 keeps the Pintos' hopes alive. This one from 11 yards out, Chris, and just like that, the Pintos a big-time takeaway, and then on the legs of their sophomore quarterback, Kalen Kruger, they're back to within a 1-score ball game if they can convert here. Kruger, low snap, fields it, keeps the legs churning, and it's good. California 36, Eldon 44. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozarks Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Let's get another look at it as we welcome you back. Really a slow developing play here, but Kruger able to find the hole. He was really patient, and no one could bring him down. And that, you tack on the 2-point conversion, Kruger as well. It's a 1-score game with 7:20 to go.
Here we go again. I mean, I know we've said it time and time again, but you just cannot count this California team out. The one thing the Mustangs could not afford to do was turn the ball over on that last drive, and that is exactly what they did. Their only turnover of the game, but it gave new life to the Pintos. They took advantage of it, put it in the end zone. Young sophomore quarterback Kruger has 3 rushing touchdowns in this second half for California.
And he already came in, Chris, the good amount on the year. 4 touchdown runs so far. Short kick fielded at the 25.5-yard line. So Eldon, this is going to be a big-time drive here for them. And if you look at California here, I would think they're going to have to stack the box.
Yeah,
I mean, 9 guys in the box. They're going to have to commit to stopping the run. And if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to do it through the air. That's my mindset if I'm Coach Derek Scroggins.
Well, I think you're right. I think California knows if they haven't figured it out through 3.5 quarters, something's wrong. Eldon, they're running the ball. That's what they do. That's how they make their money, and that's what they want to do here to run clock too.
First down, it's Dillon. Short gain, a nice job by California. We'll give them 1 yard. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 9.
So it's a 1-score game, 44-36. That's 8 points, but of course, that's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, which these teams have been doing all night anyway. The clock is running less than 7 minutes, and the Mustangs know they need to keep possession, run some clock, get some time off the clock. Hopefully for them, put it in the end zone, put this game away. Conversely, California knows they've got to get the ball back.
So 2nd down and 8. Uh-oh, here goes Dillon, and what a tackle by Brian Davis.
Yeah.
Just did take him down shy of the first down, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Looked like he had a big gainer there, and then out of nowhere, he gets taken down, and it wasn't even that big of a gain.
Tell you what, Bryant Davis is an absolute specimen on defense. He comes in with 45 tackles leading the way, and he's had at least 10 tackles tonight, 2 or 3 behind the line of scrimmage.
Huge 3rd down here.
3rd down and a short 5. Hardy under center. He's going to give it to Brady Hill, and no siree! Guess who? It's Higgins, it's Berger, it's Davis, the three leading defensive playmakers for the Pintos in California. They've got hope. It's 4th down and 6 with 5:40 left in the game.
Only the second time unofficially in the entire game that California has stopped Eldon on a 3rd down. So now it's 4th and 5. Do you go for it on 4th down this deep in your own territory? Only up by 8.
Boy, that would be risky, and it doesn't look like it. Back to punt now, Dallas Hardy, the sophomore. This will be the biggest punt of his young career. The snap is good. The punt, he gets away a good one. Fielded by Winkler at the 45, full head of steam, inside the 40, all the way up to the 31-yard line, and really nice return by the junior Clayton Winkler.
I tell you what, Lake TV, if you're on the Lake TV game of the week, it's going to turn out to be a barn burner last-second game. And here we go again. 5 minutes to go in this game, and California is right back in it with the ball, down by 1 possession, with possibly a chance to get it tied in the final minutes.
How about Winkler with the return? We'll give him 27 yards. 1st and 10. Option and nothing doing. Kalen Kruger is swallowed. Big number 77, Fisher Snelling, the junior. That's a 5-yard loss, and not the way California wanted this drive to start.
Huge play for Snelling and that defense. They smelled that one out early, and he was all over that one.
So on 2nd and 15, Kruger out of the gun. Play action, he's going to roll to his left, looking for Ash. Just not enough on it, and Ash looked upfield before he hauled it in, so that brings up 3rd and 15.
Oh, yeah. And that was open, too, if he'd been able, and he knew it, too. He was upset when he dropped that ball. You can see he kind of threw himself down to the ground. If he'd have caught that one, he had some running room, probably would have picked up a big 1st down there. As it is, it's a long 3rd down.
So 3rd and 15, balls the 35-yard line. Kruger, clean pocket, steps up, looking deep, incomplete, very nearly. Intercepted by Nathaniel Wardenberg, but falls harmlessly to the turf, bringing up a 4th and 15, and game is not on the line here, Chris, as California does have all 3 timeouts, but this is crucial because if Eldon gets it, they may not get the ball back.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think California knows that too. If they don't convert here, they're in pretty big trouble.
Kruger out of the shotgun, rolls to his left, under pressure, throws, has a man, and it is caught inside the 10-yard line. They say incomplete, the near side official. And that was oh so close for Dawson Gump. Or was it Drake Schloop? It's Schloop. We'll get another look here. Look at Kruger across his body, and look.
It was pretty close. Almost looks like he got it before he went down, but they don't do replays here. That's
so
close.
Incomplete. Eldon takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, and thank God for Coach Chad Holt and these Mustangs. They don't do replay because, Chris, that looked close.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had it.
False start here for the Mustangs, and they've been essentially penalty-free tonight. We haven't seen many called against Coach Holt's team.
No, actually, it's like being a closer in baseball. The hardest 3 outs are the last 3 outs. And here, Eldon is looking for its first win of the season. You're about 4 minutes, 12 seconds away. Things start getting a little tighter. You start making a few more mistakes. They move early on that one, of course. On the drive before, they fumbled for the first time. They've got to tighten it up.
Here's Hardy outside. Big hole. Winkler takes him down at the 40, but a big-time gain of 10 yards. Gaining that penalty yardage back and then some. That brings up 2nd down and 5.
Great speed on the outside. Boy, when he gets around that corner, he he turns it on, and he's done it several times tonight. Did it there. Nice pickup of about 10 yards. He's got a second down of probably a long 5.
3:40 to go, and if you're California, you can ill afford to see the Mustangs rack up more than 2 first downs here, and if they're going to do it, it has to be quick. 3:30 left, 3 timeouts for the Pintos. Up the middle, and Garrett Berger meets him at the line of scrimmage. That's Dillon, so California now going to burn their first timeout, bringing up a 3rd down and 3, and that'll be a big one. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's October, and with it comes cooler weather and beautiful colors. The fall season is in full swing. Eldon Furniture invites you to take advantage of our annual fall savings event. You'll find great selections and exceptional savings on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
For over 71 years, Eldon Furniture has been providing quality merchandise, competitive pricing, and dependable service to families like yours. Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom.
Tired of slow internet and data caps? Get ultra-fast fiber internet with Como Connect. High-speed fiber internet starts at $49.95 with speeds up to 1 gig with no data caps. When you're gaming online, streaming your favorite shows, or sharing photos, stay connected at the speed of life. Como Connect.
And welcome back here to Eldon, Missouri. William Holtz alongside the great Chris Schneider. Ball game on the line here, 3rd and 3. Eldon has it. It's going to be Hill on the outside. Brady Hill, first down yardage. He's got an Eldon first down at the 47-yard line, presented by Quick Car. The clock will stop as they reset the sticks, but California, they're backed up against a wall here, and they can ill afford to allow another Mustang first down.
Yeah, that was a real big first down for the Mustangs, with the clock now running with 3 minutes to go. They've got a new set of downs. Try to run more of that clock. Remember, it's still just a 1 possession game, but Eldon with the lead and the ball and a first down.
Ball at the 47-yard line. The clock shows 2:45. Hardy under center. That is Caden Dillon, and he has it up to midfield for a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7. And California, they're going to hold on to those last 2 timeouts here.
Yeah, they need on this second down and about along 7, 8, something like that. They need to get a quick stop here. They can use another timeout, feeling pretty good about maybe getting them off the field. Now, though, the ball's sitting at midfield. If the Mustangs are close enough on a 4th down, they might just go for it and put the game away.
Good point, partner, with just over 2 minutes to go. Bryant Davis gets in there, and look at the sophomore go. It's Hardy. First down yardage inside the 40-yard line, down to the 39, and another 11-yard gain, and the sophomore looks to be carrying the Mustangs on his back tonight. Him along with Hill, and of course, can't go without mentioning big number 33 for the Mustangs, Caden Dillon.
Unofficially the 20th first down of the game for the Eldon Mustangs, the 7th of this second half. That's about double what California's done on offense, and the Mustangs, with the clock running a minute and a half to go, are looking good.
Dillon here. Friedmeier with the stop. California now calls their 2nd timeout to stop the clock, or do they? Well, you would certainly think they would.
Clock's still running.
Why wouldn't they call their timeout here?
Well, they might want to force them to, go on 2nd down, then start calling your timeouts after that.
It's a lot of valuable time running off the clock. Boy.
Less than a minute. And Eldon's they're just letting her go.
I don't know about that, Chris. I hate to say it. I don't know about letting all that time tick off the clock. 2nd down and 10 now. Hardy, the give to Hill, and look at him go. We do have a flag, but if you're California, you really have to decline this penalty because you can't afford to give them another second down with where the clock's at.
That's a good point. And that was a nice run. Good pickup.
Oh, it's against California. It won't matter. Face mask against the Pintos. This penalty flag presented by Ozark Homes. First down presented by Quick Car and Eldon now. They can basically take a knee.
Yep.
California will call their second timeout. Folks, it looks like the Eldon Mustangs are winless no more. They lead 44-36 with 40 seconds remaining. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
We are Burger Smokehouse, proudly producing and selling artisan-style cured and smoked meats and other specialty foods since 1927. We offer everything from our hickory smoked hams and turkeys to multiple flavors of bacon and over 50 gift-packed assortments. Let us become a part of your family's tradition. Learn more at smokehouse.com.
And welcome back, folks, to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. I'm William Holtz alongside the great Chris Schneider here from Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri. And Victor Field is now home to the victory formation. And oh, how good this must feel for Coach Chad Holt and these Eldon Mustangs. And Derek Scroggins, he's going to burn the last time out. We'll stay right here with you. And look how we got to this point. As you see, you look at the scoring down there, Chris, just unbelievable what Hardy was able to do for the Mustangs. And then you talked about the two-headed monster in the backfield between Dillon and Hill, and proved to be just a little too much for Coach Derek Scroggins. And again, for the California Pintos, a lot of resiliency, a lot of fight. They hung around and made a game of it, but tonight belonged to the Eldon Mustangs.
Yeah, I tell you what, California had their chance. They had the ball down by 8 points on the Mustang side of the field, but they couldn't do anything with it. They got stopped on downs, so you got to credit the Eldon defense for getting that huge stop. But yeah, California with 3 touchdowns in this second half to make it a pretty good game to come from behind. Eldon just the 1 touchdown in the second half, but it's enough.
Victory knee, and that's going to officially do it. What an evening for the Eldon Mustangs on their annual homecoming evening here at Victor Field. The Mustangs winless no more under Chad Holt. Your Mustangs knock off the California Pintos. Your final 44-36. We'll be back with our Surdike Yamaha post-game show. We'll talk with Eldon head coach Chad Holt and our player of the game. This commercial break presented by Crown Power in Eldon. Your Case IH timeout. We'll be right back after this.
This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
Hi,
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance. This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion. Power. Performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We got time to build boat lifts. We build Poly lifts.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozark Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Here with Eldon head coach Chad Holt. And Coach, congratulations on the W. Those rushing yards continue to stack up all night.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, teams know it. We run the wing tee, and we're going to come downhill at you. That's what our MO, and that's what we like to do.
It's cool to see on the play action as well, on the misdirection of hitting Bledsoe for the long touchdown. Run the ball that well, it opens up the passing game. And you guys got a sophomore quarterback. I know he's young, but, man, he shows a lot of promising signs.
Yeah, he does. And the great thing about Dallas, he's first year ever being a quarterback. He's a natural running back, and you can see that when he's got the ball in his hands, but he's progressing very well for us.
Thought you guys did an especially nice job, Judd, tackling tonight. You didn't see a lot of missed tackles for your defense. Talk about their effort tonight.
Well, they did a great job getting to the ball, and they made big plays when we had to. We got a couple of big fourth down stops when they really needed to make plays, and that's what we need them to do.
Coach, where would you rather be than right here, right now, in front of your home crowd to get a big W?
Nowhere else to be. Eldon, Missouri on homecoming. It's the best place in the world.
Congratulations, Coach, and thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot, Will.
That's Eldon head coach Chad Holt. We'll be right back on Lake TV to wrap up our Surdike Yamaha postgame show after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's October, and with it comes cooler weather and beautiful colors. The fall season is in full swing. Eldon Furniture invites you to take advantage of our annual fall savings event. You'll find great selections and exceptional savings on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
For over 71 years, Eldon Furniture has been providing quality merchandise, competitive pricing, and dependable service to families like yours. Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom.
Tired of slow internet and data caps? Get ultra-fast fiber internet with Como Connect. High-speed fiber internet starts at $49.95 with speeds up to 1 gig with no data caps. When you're gaming online, streaming your favorite shows, or sharing photos, stay connected at the speed of life. Como Connect.
We are Burger Smokehouse, proudly producing and selling artisan-style cured and smoked meats and other specialty foods since 1927. We offer everything from our hickory smoked hams and turkeys to multiple flavors of bacon and over 50 gift-packed assortments. Let us become a part of your family's tradition. Learn more at smokehouse.com.
This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
It's time for the Surdike Yamaha post-game show.
And welcome back here to our Surdike Yamaha post-game show, Chris. And ended up being a close game, but it belonged to the Mustangs.
Yeah, and you're short on breath because you ran down and interviewed the coach, and great interview. And I tell you what, I mean, you talked to him before the game, and, I mean, you could tell how important this game was for him and for Eldon coming into it winless to get your first win of the season, and he got that. And you could almost see a sigh of relief with you talking to him just a minute ago down on the sideline. Huge win for the Mustangs to get that first W of the season, get on the board, and they look pretty good doing it.
Yeah, we talked about their quarterback, Dallas Hardy, only a sophomore. He had a big-time game, and talking to Coach, he said not bad for a running back. He's played running back his entire career, middle school into high school, and now last year's quarterback didn't come out for football this year, so running back transferred to quarterback, still learning the position, but you can tell he's meant to run the football.
Yeah, he's a natural running back. You can see that. I mean, these two teams are so similar. They like to run the ball. That's how they do it. The passing thing is not it. Although Eldon had a nice long pass today for a touchdown, 41-yard pass that kind of surprised everybody. Certainly surprised California, which is why it worked. But kind of a tale of two halves. The Mustangs had 5 touchdowns in the first half to just 2 for California. The Pintos kind of turned that around. They made the game close. They got a late turnover, and they had a chance to tie the game in the final minutes, but you've got to credit the Eldon defense. They stopped them, turned it over on downs, got the ball back, and ran out the clock.
And we'll look ahead to next week. For the third straight week, we'll have a homecoming team get their first win of the season to go on the road to play a winless homecoming team.
Yeah.
So we'll have the Versailles Tigers next week playing host to these very Eldon Mustangs. Eldon will come in with the 1-5 mark for sales at 0-6, and they really want to get going, so that should be a really good game. And Chris, back to tonight's contest. If we look at the Eldon Mustangs, you have a couple of guys to pick from. Who's your player of the game?
Wow, I've got to go with the quarterback. I mean, I think he pretty much was in control of everything. You know, he did it, the read option was great. Whenever he got around the corner, his speed got it done for him, you know, and he was able to rip off those long touchdowns. But he also had the long touchdown pass, the 41-yard touchdown pass. I would have to go with the Mustangs quarterback.
Dallas Hardy, big time. Game is just a sophomore, of course. Brady Hill, and then Caden Dillon, 2 big games as well. And
I tell you what, Dillon would be a close second for me because that guy's a stud, man. I mean, he was the bread and butter all night. And he took a lot of licks, but he did a great job.
And I'll apologize we didn't get to interview Dillon. He was so big and strong. I was scared to interview him, so I passed up on that. Figured I'd come hang out with you. You appeared a little safer.
I'm a lot safer, yeah, absolutely.
So at the end of it, it is the Eldon Mustangs victorious by a final of 44-36 on behalf of our entire crew, our executive producer, director of photography, switching in the truck, Andrew Evans, our chief engineer, graphics with Ricky Smith, our field cam, Brennan Thompson, our top camera, Anne-Marie Holtz, of course, our director in the booth, Adrian Reinhardt, our production assistant on the field.
It was a little chilly for Anne-Marie up there on the roof today, too.
She brought her hoodie. She was all ready to rock. I said, you got a jacket? She goes, I am good.
She was good
to go. So as I like to say, she's about as cool as the other side of the pillow. Maybe tonight, literally as cool as the other side of the pillow. Of course, finishing it off, we got Jonah Debert helping in the truck for the great Chris Schneider. I am William Holtz on behalf of Lake TV. Until next time, good night and God bless.
This live high school football game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Burger Smokehouse, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Ozark Homes, Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Eldon Furniture, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.